Okay. Oh, apparently I'm live already. All right then. Well, I guess no time like the present than to go ahead and do this. Maybe some people will show up in a minute. Totally did not realize this was going live whenever it did. So, yeah, apparently we've got 9 people in here already. I actually had set, like an hour ago, hopefully y'all can hear me. Somebody can let me know. Hey, Dom, can you hear me? I had to change some stuff on my setup for the live stream. But, yeah, so I actually had set a thing like an hour ago on my phone, and then I hopped on here to do this, and there was no stream sitting here. So I just had to go ahead and hit the record button, but a lot of stuff has changed with my setup. Normally, I've got my camera over on the right side. I sold my A7 II. I'm actually using a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera Pro 6K, 6K Pro right now to record with. So I had to move some stuff around in here. So that's why things look a little bit different. It might look a little better, a little crispier. And I'm still using the same old microphone as always. But yeah, thanks for those of you who decided to show up tonight. Again, I had put out an announcement on my on YouTube on the community page saying I wanted to try and do this tonight. So I went ahead to pull this off because I wanted to come visit with everybody. And yeah, if you've watched my live streams before, you know that they never really get started off the right way that I want them to. So thank you all for being here. And Alicia, hello, thank you. I don't think I've seen you in here for the live stream before, so thanks for stopping by. Dom, of course, always. Good sir. Stuart Saunders, hello. Bionic Scoop, thanks for being here, buddy. And hopefully y'all are having a fantastic Thursday. I don't normally stream on Thursday. A lot of stuff has happened, I guess, in like the last 2 months. Hey, June. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Congratulations again. Thank you. Yes, so as the title alludes to, yeah, I have 50,000 subscribers now. Actually, I think of it like, I'm coming up on 51,000. And normally, my buddy Dan and I, we would do our show, the Unhinged Tech Show, on Wednesday night. But all this stuff started, I went to Vegas over spring break with my family, so I didn't live stream that week. And then Dan had some medical stuff that happened, so he was out for 2 weeks. And then just like chaos ensued. So hopefully we'll have our normal show back on track soon, but I've not been able to do a lot of live streaming here lately myself either, but taking one for the team tonight, and I'm glad to be here to visit with you. So, hey, Roger, thanks for being here. South Los Angeles, excellent channel, congrats, bud. Hey, thank you so much, and thanks Roger. You'll be here in no time, Roger. That setup that you have is sweet. Tech Loving Mama, hello, thanks for stopping in here tonight. Salutations, Cladian, Pro Noob Rect and Pro. Hi, hello to you, sir, maybe, sir or ma'am. So yeah, I don't know how Thursday night streaming is. Normally I do this on Sunday. I don't know if any of y'all have a nice beverage of choice to hang out with. I have some Pepsi. It was on sale when I went to the grocery store. I got a 15-pack for like $4.99. Good deal, I think. So good. Has more kick than Coke, I think. I don't know. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. If y'all been following the channel, you've seen that I put out a lot of videos here lately. I've been inundated with stuff for the last couple of months, working with Xiaomi, with Poco, with Redmi, and then the other phones that I got too. OnePlus was kind enough to send me out I got the 9 Pro, I got the 9, I got the 8 Pro. I put out like 5 or 6 9 Pro videos, and actually I really like the OnePlus 9 Pro. Like, I thought that I would use this for a short stint because I had the 7 Pro. I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as the S10. Then I got the 8. I had the 8T. I didn't have the 8 Pro. I have the 8 Pro now, though. Totally love it. I like it a lot. Video coming out soon. And then the 9 Pro. I was like, yeah, I mean, I really like the S21 Ultra. So I was like, it's going to be really hard for me to want to switch over to something else as my daily driver. And then here I find myself with the 9 Pro, and I'm like, I don't want to go back to the S21 Ultra. And, apples to apples, battery life really is about the same. But this phone, you can recharge the battery from 1% to 100% in just 29 minutes. It's absolutely insane. So I really like that a lot. Also, I really got to keep track of the battery with this camera. So my Sony A7 II, I could stream for about an hour and 20 minutes before the battery would go dead. So I knew I was good for an hour. With this Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera 6K Pro, whatever it is, I had so many words to say in conversation. I don't know how long the battery lasts, so it should get us at least through half an hour, probably 45 minutes. I think since we're just streaming, it'll probably do an hour. But yeah, for some reason the video cuts out. That's where I went. Well, I think you're the first person to say my name correctly. First try without hesitation. That's incredible. Hey, well, I'm glad that I said it right. Hopefully I can remember how to say it right in the future. Rich C, hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And it's funny, I've talked to some people about this before. I never in my wildest dreams expected to have 50,000 subscribers. Like, whenever I started reviewing stuff and talking to my wife about it, I was like, you know what? One day, I want to get to 25,000 subscribers. I'm like, maybe after like 5 years and I make a bunch of videos and I get good at this, maybe I'll get like 25,000 subscribers and that'll be really good. And then like the first 2.5 years, it took me to get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm like, well, I guess there's no way I'm hitting 25,000 subscribers in the 4 or 5 years. So this last year has been incredibly crazy. Yes, I did get a Blackmagic. That's what I've been shooting all my videos with lately. And if y'all have, let me move this out of the way. If y'all have noticed, whenever it comes to my videos that I record, I've had a lot of changes here in the last couple of weeks. I've added music in. I've started doing a little bit more fun stuff with the video. Sometimes some little video soundbite clips. Also more overlay. Also, of course, I've got the lights. I've got my regular backdrop up for when I set up my original studio in here. I mean, clearly the video quality is better. I'm not recording with an iPhone anymore. So there's a lot of stuff. I have sunk like a ton of money into this, which fortunately it's great that the channel provides a lot of revenue to allow me to do some of this stuff. But yeah, I've got this, and I've also got the other camera, which I was planning on streaming with this one. I've got a Nikon, what is it? So Nikon Z6 Z6II, whatever they'll call it. It's got this weird HDMI on the side. It's not a micro HDMI. I've got one of those. It's like a medium-sized HDMI. I've never seen one of these, so I got to get some sort of a converter because this is going to be my streaming camera, not the Blackmagic. But I was like, well, I got like 10 minutes, so let me just hook this sucker up and go. This shirt makes me look shirtless. Yeah, I wasn't planning on hitting start yet. I was going to go change shirts and then hit start. And then I realized, so apparently something has changed with the settings in YouTube when you stream. Used to be I would have to hit stream on my camera and then come into YouTube and hit start. And this time when I hit start to start streaming, it automatically started it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to set everything up, get it good to go. And then, you know, here I am sitting here with this old military work shirt on that I wasn't planning on wearing for this. Kyle, sorry it took me so long to get around to you, but I got stuck in a talking circle there. Thanks a lot for the super chat, buddy. I really appreciate it. And yes, 50,000, super awesome. Jay Pragish, hey Adam, just curious whether you know how long it will take a product to get FCC certification. Could on-mobility get certified much quicker? Traditionally, it takes usually 4 to 6 weeks to get a device certified by the FCC. If they pay some money and fast track it, the fastest I think it can be done is like 2 weeks. But I mean, I haven't seen anything on it come through yet. I mean, it's entirely possible. Definitely it could be done before June 30th, but as of right now, I don't believe there's anything out there anyone has seen. James S., your reviews are always very informative. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Rich C., hopefully new on-mobility Blackberry is coming soon. I really hope so. Stuart Saunders, well done, Adam. It's 10:40 a.m. in Australia, so I have to return to doing things. Hey, thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it. It means a lot for anybody who takes the time to come hang out here tonight. And yeah, so a lot of things that I want to talk about. I miss, of course, doing this on Sunday. I really do enjoy doing the live stream stuff and getting a chance to hang out with you guys because I make a lot of videos. I mean, I think I put out a video every day. I think even some days I put out 2 videos. over the last couple of weeks here, and I've just had so much stuff. I've still got so many different things here. I've still got the Poco F3. I just did an unboxing on that. I've got a few videos to make for it. I've got a Poco X3 Pro here. I've got the OnePlus 9. I've got the OnePlus 8 Pro. So I still have quite a few phones that I need to make videos about. And I try to balance stuff. I know a lot of people really like my BlackBerry videos. I like making BlackBerry videos. So yeah, I make those. And I make, of course, iPhone videos, Samsung, a little bit of everything I try to make on my channel. So just because I'm a big tech enthusiast. I mean, yes, I love BlackBerry. That's why I started making videos and did my channel. But of course, I like all the other stuff too. Doug Lehman, thanks for your efforts. Hey, not a problem. I enjoy doing this. Power Shield, congrats, my dude. Thank you so much. Armadillo Tech, Harmless Carl, the Ice Cream Man, 20.01. I don't see a super chat with 20.01, Carl. Andy King, congrats on 50,000. You deserve it. You will get many more. I hope so. Like I said, I'm like 25,000 subscribers ahead of where I expected to be right now. So that doesn't mean go unsubscribe. I very much value all of you who subscribe and who take the time to come hang out and watch my videos and all that good stuff. I have loads of videos to shoot and edit. I love the grind. Yeah, I don't know if you're saying that, Septian, or if you're copying me, but I am always. I am always making videos. Some nights, I mean, I'll get in here and it'll be like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I've always been a night person. When I was in the military, I worked nights for over a decade, like 5 p.m. to 6 a.m. I've always been a nighttime person. So, like, during the afternoon and the evening, I'm like tired, like worn out. I don't want to do anything. And then like 9 o'clock rolls around, it's like I get this boost of energy. I grab a Pepsi out of the fridge, I sit down, and it's like, all right, it's time to get to work. So, yeah, I made 2 videos back-to-back last night. I made one, I was in the groove and wanted to work on another one, so I just rolled straight into that. So, I stay pretty busy, but I enjoy it. I enjoy making videos, and I never thought it would get to this point. Like, I never thought that I would get to where, I mean, I posted a milestone on my Twitter, or even on the community page for the YouTube community, because I just hit, the other day, 900 uploads. Like, I've done 900 videos in just under 4 years, and it's crazy. Carl, Armadillo Tech, Texas. Kyle, I'm the king of Super Chat. Put on some clothes, man. Yeah, I do. It's just like this skin-colored ABU t-shirt from when I used to be in the military. Undershirt. Yeah, I was planning on being dressed up a little bit nicer, but like I said, I hit the start button, and I didn't want to cancel it and close it out and then start it back up again. So I apologize for that. What are your thoughts on the Realme 8 Pro? I've never used a Realme device before, and I've reached out to these guys a couple of times, and they've never gotten back with me. So maybe one day I will be able to cover a Realme phone, but as of right now, I know some other guys. I got a buddy, his name's Tech Tablets. Chris, he makes good videos. He covers the Realme stuff. So I would direct you over to his channel. Let me type this here. Real good guy. And he, check him out. And he makes videos on the Realme phones. Adele Stanley, $5. Hey, thanks a lot. Hey, they've got like a little gift now. A little guy working out there. Very apt. He's got an avocado body like me, except he's green. Star Jared, hey Sir Adam, where's my BlackBerry 5G? It's probably in the same place mine is. I cannot wait to get my hands on one of these phones. One day when they're finally ready, once they get ready to announce something or they put something out or when the phone comes available, like, it's going to be a great day. Especially for those of you who follow my channel for BlackBerry content, because, I mean, you see how many videos I make with older BlackBerry phones, but just once the new BlackBerry finally gets here one day, it's going to be really nice because I'll be able to make content about a new phone. I mean, that's exciting. Like, I make videos all the time, but the most recent BlackBerry we have is 3 years old. So, I mean, just imagine how nice life is going to be one day when we finally get this flagship BlackBerry phone. It's going to be really good. So I'm excited about that. Septian, yeah, Tech Tablets, great guy. He makes some really good quality videos, so check him out. Work nights, so the weekend is when I upload. Yeah, I work nights for many a year. And I'm a night person. I'm nocturnal. I like to stay up late. So it's kind of when I get my stuff done. I get up, my normal work hours are like 7 to 4. and get off work at 4 o'clock my time. And then usually by then, my wife's getting home from work. We get ready, we eat dinner. I might go lay down, watch TV for a little bit, play on my phone. And then I'll start working on my video stuff, usually around 9 o'clock to midnight. So that's where I don't have a whole lot of videos backlogged. And I suppose I could, but there's always topics. It's like I don't usually sit down and like, all right, I'm going to make this video for Wednesday, this video for Thursday, this video for Friday. I have a system where I send myself text messages and I text myself video topic ideas as I get them. And then I'll be laying there. I'm like, you know what? I feel like making this one tonight. I'll come out here in the studio and I'll make it. Now, there's a lot more planning and consideration that goes involved for like a full phone review because I got to test out the camera. I got to test out the video camera. I got to test out the battery life. So usually I'll make like a initial thoughts, impressions, unboxing. Then I'll do like a 72-hour review. And then I try to do my full review about the 2-week mark because I feel that's usually a good period of time to have used it as a daily driver and then move on from there. Dom, I do so bad when I make multiple videos. They sit there. I never edit them. I got like 4 videos waiting to be edited. Hey, I do that all the time. Sometimes I'll make them and then I'll have mixed feelings about them and not actually put them out. Or I'll put something out. Like I made a video about the Asus Republic of Gaming phone number 5. And then I was complaining about something because it was just a lot of the games, the AAA titles had not been updated to support 120 frames per second. It was stuck at 60 or even 30. And then I made the video. I had it staged for a couple of days out. And then they fixed and updated like 2 of the games in between. Then I'm like, well, I got to throw that out now. So, good gosh. What are you guys doing over here? Adele, $50 super chat. That's a ton of money. Please, y'all don't need to be doing that. I'm just here to hang out and chat with you guys. You don't need to try and be one-upping each other with super chats. Star Jared, you're the great Blackberry man. We could not find the best guy who can represent the brand like you do. Hearts, you do a good job, man. Hey, I really appreciate it. And it's what I love. I love Blackberry. I have been using Blackberry phones for 16 plus years. And I got my very first one in the year 2005, and I've been in love with them ever since. So I could not be happier. I made a video about this recently, my 7100G. This is the very first Blackberry that I ever bought, and I totally love this thing. I was the Blackberry man. Like, it's funny, like, you know when like the iPhones were getting real big and everyone's like, all you have to hear about all the time is iPhone, iPhone, iPhone. I was a Blackberry guy. I was always, hey, Blackberry, Blackberry, Blackberry. Go buy one, use one. They're awesome. They're amazing. So that's what I've always loved these phones. And, I was always in Crackberry. I was always in there. I was lurking in the forums. I was talking to people. I was a Crackberry ambassador. I was part of the community review team. And now I'm like one of the biggest sources for Blackberry information on the internet, especially on YouTube. So, it's a real privilege. I never thought that my channel would be this successful or that I would have as many wonderful and dedicated people as you guys who come and hang out. So you guys are what make this possible. Man, lots of chats here. I got to catch on these. Power Shield. Just wanted to say I appreciate you bringing up issues with the user experience when it comes to phones. A lot of big YouTubers honestly just want to feel like a user manual for employee training. Appreciate the honesty when you do your videos. Hey, that's one of the things that I've always wanted to bring to this. Now, there's sometimes I overlook things, sometimes I miss things, but whenever I review a phone, like I use that phone legitimately for like 2 weeks and sometimes longer, and then I will like make content on things that I think are relevant. When I first started doing it, I would talk a lot about specs, and I was always like, oh, it's got the Snapdragon 865 Plus, 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, it's got a 5,000 milliamp battery, blah, blah, just rattle off all these specs. Because I kind of thought that's what I was supposed to do, and I felt like a lot of reviewers didn't. I felt it was just like they were just covering the pretty stuff on the top. Ooh, the screen is shiny. Ooh, screen shiny, matte black finish. Ooh. You can do Snapchat on here. And I always felt like a lot of people really did phones a disservice whenever they would review them. So then I was like, I'm really going to talk about the specs. And then I was like, you know what? People need to know what it's like to use the phone. So let me talk about this stuff. I try to bring a lot of real world stuff to it and just my perspective on things. So I appreciate that you guys like that. Kevin Hawthorne, good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Hello. Stay away from the alligators. Congratulations, Adele. Adam loves me more anyway. I am checkout. Power Shield, ha. Cat's out of the bag. What did I miss? I missed something. 2 weeks is a good benchmark, I think, when you review a product. Septian, yeah, I think so. You really can, I mean, you test out battery life, you test out performance, you test out pretty much, I mean, you can, if you legitimately carry the phone around for 2 weeks, you can sit down mostly without even a spec sheet and be able to talk about your experience with the phone. And I think that's the important thing. And a lot of people are like, well, how do you know all this stuff? How do you remember all this stuff? How do you think of all this stuff? I'm like, well, when you use it all the time, it's not that difficult to talk about something. If you go watch a movie you like and you pay attention, maybe you watch it twice, you can tell somebody all about it. Same thing with the phone. Let me see here. Bigger reviewers just make commercials for products. Let me see. Working hard does pay off. Nice to see the holds true. Congrats, Adam. Thanks a lot. Mohand. Hi, Adam. First time on your online session from Paris, France. Oh, wow. It's 2:50 a.m. almost every day. I check your Blackberry news for your channel. Great work you do. Congrats and thanks. Hey, thanks a lot. I'm glad you enjoy it. Adam number 2. Not Adam number 1, Adam number 2. I am the OG. The pretty stuff. Hey, Armadillo-Tech. Man, a lot of people in here tonight. Thanks so much, everybody, for showing up. Ignosis, when do you think the Blackberry 5G will be revealed? I am still waiting. All I know is what I've said all these times. Middle of 2021. So, I mean, we have till June 30th. I mean, it's not entirely, I mean, implausible that something couldn't show up between now and then. But I made a video before, like, where is it at? That's kind of where we're at right now. I would have thought by now there would have been some like serious signs, maybe some leaks, maybe some rumors, maybe some stuff. I mean, there's been basically nothing. So really we're sitting around right now waiting for them to either release a phone or release some information. And one of those has to happen by June 30th. I mean, if something is going on with the phone, we'll hear by June 30th. Or if not, you can basically assume the worst at that point. I mean, if June 30 passes, you don't hear anything, there's going to be a whole bunch of angry fans. But, I mean, we should hear something by then, or the phone should be out by then. So, one way or the other, we'll hear something by the end of next month. I can almost guarantee. Keep up the good work, bud. Sending love from India. Thank you very much. Boom and Sky. Adam, yeah, new set. This is not going to be my camera moving forward. I did buy 2 new cameras. I got a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera Pro 6K. And I got a Nikon Z6 II. The Z6 II is going to be my streaming and B-roll camera. I sold my Sony A7 II to finance some of this because it cost like $8 million. But, yeah, apparently it requires a special HDMI connector, so I'm using the Blackmagic. So that's what I'm using tonight. Alberto, hi from Monterrey, Mexico. Once you hit the 100,000 subscribers, you should open your OnlyFans account. Just kidding. My friend, keep it up. I don't think a lot of people want to pay to see my dad bod, but I mean, you can see about as much as you need to right here. It's not impressive. So I don't think I'm going to make a lot of money if I dive over to OnlyFans. OnlyFans would be OnlyFan, and my wife probably wouldn't even subscribe. Fights and Finance, congrats, bro. Are you recording on the Nikon? No, I'm actually recording on the Blackmagic right now, which I never thought in my life I'd be doing. Ajith. Keep up the good work, bud. Sending love from India. Thank you. Issa Does Tech goes deep in her reviews. Every mode, every setup. Yeah. Issa Does Tech, she does a really good job whenever it comes to videos. There are a lot of people out there that do a really good job covering all sorts of products. So I don't think it's fair to say that mainstream or a lot of reviewers are not doing a good job reviewing products. I think maybe some of the unpopular or some of the sentiment that people have is that there are certain people who get a lot of exposure, a lot of attention, make a lot of like eye candy. They make a lot of really pretty, like entertaining videos, but maybe don't go as in depth or not as much real world experience as some people would want to talk about. And I don't particularly have anyone to call out on that. That's not the point of this, but everybody has their own style. So there are a lot of people that review things a lot of different ways. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody has their preconceived biases and things that they look at when they see a phone. Like for me, when I look at this iPhone, yeah, I might be like, oh, cool, the cameras. Oh, the form factor. Oh, it's not too heavy. And somebody else might just be like, wow, let me talk for 5 minutes about how beautiful this phone is. And of course, I mean, I'm going to segue into that because I think it is. Just turn the flashlight on. Unintentional. I love this phone. I like purple. Purple's my favorite color. And I really like this case that goes with it. I had an iPhone 12 to begin with, and then I moved over to only shooting videos with an iPhone 12 Pro Max. So I ditched my iPhone 12, sold it, got the Pro Max. But as much as I like the Pro Max for recording video, I really hate it for carrying it because it's a big giant brick. So now that I have 2 real cameras to record with, I was like, okay, they got the purple. I love this color. I'm going to grab me another iPhone 12 for my secondary phone. Let me see here. Try and catch up. Really wish BlackBerry Mobile had done much better with the security patches, especially for the Key 2 LE. It is a newer phone, but hasn't even got a security patch update since November. I love the Key 2 LE. And for those of you who have seen my videos and know my opinions on the BlackBerry and BlackBerry mobile phones, I love the Key 2 LE. It is my favorite as far as the phones that BlackBerry Mobile made. I love the keyboard on there. I wish that the BlackBerry Key 2 had the Key 2 LE keyboard. I don't really care personally too much for the whole touch-sensitive keyboard thing. I know some people really love it. It's not really my thing, but I just love the key press. I love everything about the keyboard on the Key 2 LE. I love. I just wish it had better specs, and a better screen would be nice. Power Shield had to stop by and say hello. Norwegian Night Owl here. It's 3 a.m. That is crazy late, but I appreciate the dedication. And I thank you for taking the time to stop by. So thanks a ton. eRock5, first live stream I'm catching. Congrats on 50K. Thank you for your vids, and thank you for your military service. Hey, thank you for showing up and for the support. I greatly appreciate it. I would prefer some delay to make it great than to rush it and make plenty of mistakes. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably have that sentiment. I mean, just playing devil's advocate here. If Onward Mobility came out tomorrow and said the phone's going to be late, I think if they had a good reason, I think a lot of people would understand. If they were like, oh yeah, we had some issues with this, we had some chip delays, there's a lot of things going on. And if you look at last year, the Pixel 4a was delayed. There was a lot of delays when it came to phones, period. So we live in a very, very, very complicated world right now with a lot of things going on, especially with this pandemic. So if they were to come out and say, hey, it's delayed, that's not the end of the world, but they need to say that it's delayed. So if they were to do that and say, look, we needed to get it right, we need to do these things, we had these kind of hiccups, we're committed to this, we're going all the way, I think a lot of people would share the same sentiment. But the problem that we run into, the reality of this issue, the reason it was so important this phone got out now is, if you paid attention to my last couple of videos, AT&T is cutting off BlackBerry phones. T-Mobile is cutting off the BlackBerry 10 phones. They're going to reach end of life, and they don't have VoLTE, voice over LTE. So that's very problematic. And with BlackBerry 10 reaching end of life January 2022, those phones needed to come out like right now. That's why it's so important that they announce this date. So unfortunately, if the phone doesn't get here on time, that's a reality some people are going to have to live with. They might have to say, well, I got to get something else. What am I going to use until the new one comes out? Do I even want to wait for the new one at that point? So let's see what happens. As far as I know, everything's on track. There's been no indications. There's been nothing released in the public to lead me to believe otherwise, other than the fact that we've just been waiting for so long with silence. So hopefully we hear something soon. But like you said, if they have to wait longer, or it takes them all the way up to the last day to announce it and to put it out because they wanted to get things right, we've got one shot at this. We can't have a BlackBerry that comes out on day one, the screen's falling out, the buttons are popping off, the fingerprint sensor doesn't work. There can't be any problems with this phone. Quality control is an absolute must. If they don't nail this phone, if they don't get some of the popular sentiment on board and people that buy into it, it could be a one and done situation. And we don't want that. We want it to be the best BlackBerry it can be. We want to be able to enjoy it, and we want a lot more in the future. That's where we want to find ourselves. So we'll see what happens. Let me catch up here. Mohan, why are there no news? Yeah, so I just talked about that. Fights and Finance, gotcha. Thank you for keeping the legend BlackBerry alive. Doogie Tech, you are welcome. True Seeker, awesome stream. Keep it up. Hey, thanks a lot. I do very much enjoy doing live streams, so I'm very happy to be here tonight. Star Jared, Onward Mobility will not have right to say to any small mistake this time. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's got to be right. Julian, hello from Singapore. What do you think about Crackberry website? I feel they're no longer providing BlackBerry hardware-oriented news. I love Crackberry. I spent a lot of time in Crackberry. I know Blaze. I know a lot of those guys that are in there. I spent years, years and years in there. That was the number one source for getting information. Unfortunately, when you go there now, there's not been a lot of stuff. And I guess maybe they don't write articles to the extent that I make videos, but really, Crackberry has always been about news and new information coming out, devices. There's not really a whole lot of articles on the front page saying, taking a look at this phone in 2021. It's not like, hey, let's take a look at the Priv in 2021. Let's take a look at the Key 1 in 2021. So I think that they could do their fan base a service. I think they would be doing them a lot of justice to kind of rehash that stuff. Maybe put out one article a week. I think that would be nice to kind of like hammer on some of these things to build the audience back up. I have no doubt that once the new BlackBerry comes out, Crackberry will have a resurgence and people coming there, and rightfully so. That's the number one place on the internet for BlackBerry information. So Crackberry serves a purpose. It's served a purpose for a long time, but yeah, I think just putting some stuff out there, there's a lot of ads on there now, and that's really is kind of a turnoff to me. Let me see, do you ever find the playbook bars you wanted? No, I didn't, Jason. Vera Mooley, congratulations. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Japregish, are you using an external microphone? Yes, I am. I am using a Blue Studio Caster, I think is what it's called. It's like the Blue Yeti, but it's like a lot nicer, and it has the studio arm that goes with it. But it works good, I think. I mean, hopefully y'all can hear me well. You can give me some feedback on that. Adele Stanley, I love the Crackberry Evolve, and I love it. I really would have liked to have got my hands on the Evolve X, and it's like the Holy Grail. It's like the Montezuma. I don't know what it is. Something hard to find. It's like the Ark of the Covenant. Like, you can't find it. I would really like to get my hands on a BlackBerry Evolve X. I would love to have that. Julia, precisely this is why I like your channel very much. I like your analysis. Yeah, I cover a lot of stuff, and I just like BlackBerry, period. If I want to grab a 7100G and make a video about it, I do. And yeah, I've had people that have offered to sponsor stuff. I've had people that have approached me about my videos and my content. But I like having the independence that I have. I can fire my camera up right now, and I can say whatever I want. Nobody is footing the bill. Nobody's sending me anything. Nobody owns any part of my channel. It's my stuff, my space, and I built it from the ground up. So like I will be independent forever. It is an awesome phone, Adele. Yeah, very good phone. Retro Gaming Genesis, you're probably, what are you trying to say? Not sure there. Jonathan Ross, I missed a lot. I just want to know what the latest is on the 5G new BlackBerry and what the latest update about the release. All right, so just the Cliff Notes version. You can go back and watch like the last probably 10 minutes ago, and I covered a lot of that, but still no update, still waiting. There's been no news information. There's been no indicator that it's not going to be here on time. There's been no indicator it's going to be here on time. All we have to go off of is the announcement they made a long time ago saying the middle of 2021. So hopefully we'll hear something soon. That's all I know, unfortunately. But yeah, trying to think. Richard, have you considered reviewing classic BlackBerries like the Bold and the Curve? I have. I actually I bought a Pearl, and then it showed up, and the battery didn't work. It was bloated. So I was going to cover the Pearl. I don't think that I'm going to cover too many, because the problem is with all the carriers abandoning 2G and 3G, none of the phones are going to work. Like right now, I could put my SIM card in an older BlackBerry and it would still work because the 3G signal is there. But once the 2G, 3G signals get turned off, there's not a whole lot of point, because you can't even use them as a phone anymore. Like right now, if I wanted to go get a Bold 8800 and throw my SIM card in, I could use it. Very soon that won't be a possibility. So I don't want to encourage people to buy them, and I don't want to spend too much time on them because they're going to be completely irrelevant soon, which is very hurtful to say. Especially with the BlackBerry 10 devices, because a lot of those won't be able to use anymore either. So it's very, very unfortunate. And how about those new images emerging on different videos? So I actually have a dedicated video, and I started recording it, and I really want to put it a different way. I deleted it. I want to re-record it. Do not pay attention to all these videos on YouTube. And there's this one guy, his name is GSMaholic, and there's a couple other guys. They keep spitting out these new concepts like, new BlackBerry Classic 2021, new BlackBerry Priv 2021. He keeps making these videos, and it's very misleading. Like, he makes these videos and puts them out. Clearly people are interested because they're getting 60, 70, 80,000 views. But I don't agree with that at all. Like, those are not the phones that are being made. And then you see stuff in the news, and it's like, oh, the new BlackBerry is going to be this and that, and somebody else makes another concept. Well, you can look at some of them, and the concept will not have physical keys on it. So we know straight from On Mobility, the Blackberry mobile 5G phone is going to have a physical keyboard. If there's no physical keyboard on the concept that you see somebody make, clearly that's not it, because it doesn't have one. So those phones aren't it. Don't get your hopes up on that. Don't get wrapped around the axle, especially not when it's the same guy putting out a new BlackBerry concept phone every week. And it very much frustrates me. I don't like that he does that. I don't like that some other people do that, because they're playing on people's emotions, because people care about the brand, they care about the phone, and they're just putting stuff out there recklessly so people click on it. So I'm not happy about that at all. Do you dual wield phones, or is the key to your only in main? I dual wield phones. Sometimes I tri wield phones, just depending on what's going on. I've not been carrying a BlackBerry the last couple of weeks because I got like 6 phones in the month of April that I've been testing out. So I haven't been using the normal phones that I like to use. So I was using the BlackBerry Mobile Key 1 the last couple of days, made the video, and then of course, the Priv and some other stuff. So I have all of them. My SIM goes in them routinely. Am I carrying one right now? No, right now I'm using the OnePlus 9 Pro and the iPhone 12, and then the F3 is getting my SIM card in it probably later this evening, so I can test that one out more. Hey, Technically T, thanks a lot on the 50K. Congrats. Keep crushing it. It's only up from here. Yes. I mean, unless people decide they don't like my videos and then it goes south. That could very well happen, I guess. But thanks a lot, and you're not far behind me. And thank you so much for the super chat. Totally didn't have to do that, but thanks a lot. I appreciate it, buddy. Vijay iTech, 50.8. Yeah, I'm almost at 51,000. I'll be there soon. I couldn't do this the other day. I couldn't do the 50,000 live stream, so I felt it appropriate to do it today. They're just sick maniac, those guys imagining new BlackBerry 5G. Yeah, I don't like those videos. I've seen a few of them. I've commented on it before in past streams, and it really irks me that they do that. I don't like it. Osama Al-Najjar, congratulations, watching your video since the first days. Big fan of BlackBerry, and I wish you the best. Thank you very much. Thank you for the long-term support, and for everybody here, thanks a ton for the support. Yeah, if you guys didn't show up and watch these videos, I wouldn't have much of an audience. It'd be really depressing making all these videos. April was kind of rough. Views were down a lot, but still consistently, especially with the BlackBerry content. I mean, you guys are always there to watch the videos. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all being here tonight. Shoot, 53 concurrent viewers. I mean, that's crazy to me that I can accidentally start this, this live stream. It was supposed to be scheduled. Apparently it didn't save in my phone, but to be able to hit the button and to go live and to sit here with 50 people in the chat is a big thing. So I appreciate it. It's the fault of the company. The silence allows these videos to get play with nothing to go on. These fake videos get mileage. And that's very true. And I may have even said that before. Idle hands are the devil's playground. Like, the more and more that there's a lack of information put out, the more silence we have, it leaves more room for interpretation. It leaves more room for people to fill the void with attention grabbers and things to pull people and get their attention, to draw them in. So it's not surprising to me that this happens and that people do it. It's just, the things people will do to get people to click on a video and to watch it. I'm sure they don't have long watch time, but still, yeah, I mean, the amount of silence, it speaks in its own manner. Whether they have a message to put out or not, it leaves it open for people to put their own message there. So you never know. Edward, it's 9 a.m. here. Keep it up, bro. Man, 9 a.m. Where is it right now? Chris Momox, I got a Key 1 as backup phone. It's horrible, so laggy. Are you using the 3G, the one with 3 gigs of RAM or 4 gigs of RAM? Because it makes a big difference. Hey, Adam, just want your thoughts. BJ Perry, I'm a lifelong Android user, currently Note 10. I'm wondering if I'd like to switch to iPhone or just keep rolling with Samsung. Well, you can't go wrong with either. And I'm guessing if you've got the Note 10 Plus now, you're coming up on 2 years in the market for something. If you want another Note, I would say maybe wait and see if the Note 21 actually comes out. I hope it does, but it seems like it might not. It could go either way. I like both of them for their different pros and cons. if you buy an iPhone and you like it, you might get stuck with that ecosphere for a while. There's so many good products there. When it comes to Samsung, they're kind of my favorite Androids. But then I started using this OnePlus 9 Pro, and I haven't really looked back at my S21 Ultra. So there are some good, compelling options out there. And here's the thing. You get a 2-week return period with any phone that you buy. So if you want to try something new, well, maybe try an iPhone. Maybe you'll like it. If you don't like it, then take it back and get the Samsung. I would encourage you to buy it maybe from a manufacturer, though. If you order it from Samsung or Amazon or whatever, you can return it right back. If you buy it from a carrier like T-Mobile or AT&T, they're going to charge you like $60 if you want to return it for whatever reason. So that's kind of annoying. But I guess I get a lot of people that buy and return stuff, so I get it. But having like a $50, $60, $70 restocking fee, I think, is a bit ridiculous, especially if you're not prone to taking those things back. Yeah, LG has deals now, but no future. That's a very, very true thing. I get a Key 2, but I hear the spacebar breaks a lot. I mean, it's one of those high mileage things. It's not something where it just snaps off. Mine still works just fine. But yeah, if you were to use the same one for 3 or 4 years, conceivably, depending on how often you use it, how indelicate or delicate you are with your spacebar, I mean, it's definitely going to impact that. But I would say at this point, the biggest problem is trying to find one. And find one in good condition that won't cost you an arm and a leg. I was looking the other day, and goodness gracious, the price on these things, people are charging out the rear for resale. Goodness. Edward, you're from Malaysia. That's cool. Yeah, the LG Wing, though, great phone right now. I love the LG Wing, the LG V60. They're going to get like 3 years of support. It's funny and it's great at the same time. LG was never really great with software updates, but if they're promising 3 OS updates on like the V60, the Velvet, and the Wing, I mean, that's really substantial because they weren't going to get that while LG was alive. So that's really surprising me. I hope they follow through with it. I hope that one day they can retool things and get back to business and make more phones, because I think the world's a better place with LG phones. It would be perfect if Blackberry would come out with a new tablet with their own OS. I've got my Blackberry playbook. I mean, it's right here. I love this thing. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not really good for much nowadays. But, back in the heyday of Blackberry, when Blackberry 10 came out, I had my playbook. There was so much excitement. There were so many things I loved about it. And I wish we could get back to that one day. Permulis, I see Pepsi. Yes, I love Pepsi. It's my favorite. Hey, Chad, thanks a lot for stopping by. Yes, I made it to 50K. Thank you so much. Chris Momox, yeah, no release date for the new BlackBerry yet. Still waiting on that. They said the middle of 2021, which is quickly approaching. Yeah, did you already cover the new Unihertz Titan Pocket? No. They are sending me a prototype, though. So they're supposed to send me this month the Unihertz Titan Pocket. I just talked to them yesterday. They got my shipping address information. So before the end of the month, I should have the Unihertz Titan Pocket in my hand, and you guys know that it's going to get the full workover. Yeah, Costanza, yes. So what this is, I guess you're just now getting here. When I started the live stream, I accidentally hit the start button too early, thinking I needed to hit another button, and I was planning on changing shirts. So I was just wearing my old work t-shirt while I was getting everything set up, and then it's like, oh, I'm live. And I've been live for half a minute. So that's kind of how things worked out. James Herrera, hey, thanks for stopping by, buddy. S. Campbell, my Key 2 is in great shape, and I bang on it every day. The evenings from my Priv. Both have been very durable, except for the Priv battery. I've replaced it myself twice. Yeah, the battery life on the Priv, not the greatest in the world, and it certainly gets abused by that processor. Retro Gaming. You're probably my favorite YouTuber, no homo. Also, thank you for your service. Hey, no worries. I'm not very attractive, so that'd probably be more embarrassing for you if it was homo instead of no homo. I don't even know why my wife likes me. Do you think the Pixel 4a 5G is a good phone? I think the Pixel 4a 5G is a tremendous phone. I would wait and see if you're not in a rush. We're still waiting for the possible Pixel 5a, and then, of course, the Pixel 6 should be coming out in the next couple of months as well, maybe around August time frame. And I'm on Team Pixel, so I should get that when it comes out. So if you're not in a hurry, maybe see what happens, because, of course, the price will drop on the Pixel 5. Even if you can find the Pixel 4 XL or for cheap, that's a good option too. But also Retro Gaming Genesis, I'm glad I'm your favorite YouTuber. I don't know of a whole lot. There's not really a whole lot of conversations there like, oh yeah, TechOdyssey is my favorite YouTuber. But for those of you who enjoy my content more than others and I'm your favorite, hey, that means a lot to me. I appreciate it. BJ Perry, I've heard the Note line is put off until next year. Waiting a year for a new Note is better than no Note at all. Yes. And if you don't care, the S21 having S Pen support, very nice. I like it a lot. I like that it has a larger S Pen. I never really cared for the small S Pen with the regular Note line of devices. So I've actually enjoyed the S21 Ultra with the S Pen better than I like my Note. So that might be an option to look at. Things go south on mobility with the phone this year. We have the Titan Pocket. Yeah, and that's one good thing. Like, we're going to get the Titan Pocket. I don't know when exactly it's going to come out. I know the pre-orders are going right now. And if you want to get one, if you do the pre-order, I think you can save like up to 40% or something like that right now. And that's a good deal. I mean, when the original Titan came out, I think it was like $350. But if you got in early, like when you got in with the door open with the pre-order, I think you could have gotten it for like $2 something. So if you've got some time, you want to save some money, you want the device, maybe look at the pre-order. Oh yeah, the purple iPhone is nice. I love it. Yeah, 100K in 6 months or less. I don't think so. I'm on par right now. I average about 2,500 subscribers a month. So, if we average that out, so 10 months, that's 25,000. Add another 5 on top of that. So about 55,000 a year. Maybe it might be safe to say about a year, maybe 10 to 14 months from now, I might be at 100,000 if things hold up. And that would just be amazing. Just the idea of ever even hitting that. Just the fact that I can put myself in a conversation and say, yeah, in this indeterminate amount of time, I will probably get to 100K is mind-blowing to me. So that'll be awesome one day. Got my new iPad Pro 2020 12.9. I'm loving it. Hey, that's nice. That's a good combination too. You have TechOdyssey merch store. Yeah, so if you look down at the bottom, I've got that Teespring stuff. You can get a T-shirt from there if you want. At the bottom of the video, you can click on that stuff there. I haven't invested too much time in merch just because I didn't think people would really want it. I mean, it's just never occurred to me in my mind that people would want to wear something with TechOdyssey on their shirt and walk around. But if y'all want TechOdyssey merch, and maybe I'll do a poll and see if people are interested, I might look into it more seriously. But you can. There is a few options at the bottom of the video. Kapil, love from India. Thanks a lot. Let me try and catch up on this. I hope the new Blackberry security that protects from tracking, but I doubt Google allows that. I don't know. I know, Peter Franklin, he is a former, he's a software engineer, and he worked with some big software companies. So maybe they can do something super special in there. I don't know what they're going to be able to do. That's not my area of expertise, but I hope they can do some great things. Alt Dad Tech, congrats, bro. Thank you, and thank you as well. I see you're almost at 2,000. You'll be ringing another bell soon. So if you haven't seen his stuff, go check out Alt Dad Tech, the $5 super chat there. But he has got some really good, interesting videos, and I think is the only person on the internet who can actually talk as much as I can at the same rate of speed without having to take breath. So he's doing some really good stuff over there. I like watching his stuff. Monu, thanks, buddy. Army Man party for 50K subscribers. When party, where party? This is the party. I don't have much to offer in the way of drinks, but I do have my Pepsi that I'm drinking. Will the new Blackberry have wireless charging? That's not been confirmed. I can imagine it probably will, though, seeing as it's a 2021 device. So I think it would be a miss if they didn't. That's kind of an important feature, especially to business people. S21 Ultra has been getting serious consideration lately because of the Note not coming. Yes, and the S21 Ultra, very, very good phone. The only issues that I have is, I complain that I get terrible battery life, but some people seem to get good battery life, so who knows. But if you have it on 120 Hz Quad HD Plus resolution, it definitely burns through the battery when the screen's on a lot. Screen on time for me is not that great. Alt Dead Tech, I'll check out. Yes, just Chad Tech, check out his stuff. He's got some good videos. Why are you a fan of non-physical keyboard Blackberries? For me, without the PKB, it is not a Blackberry. Congrats, by the way. So here's the thing. Whenever it comes to the touchscreen Blackberries, with BlackBerry 10, they had the Z10, very good phone, but the Z30 was a much better phone. If you ever used the Z30, you would know exactly why I'm such a proponent of it. The keyboard was so good, the experience was great, and here's the thing. For people who've used BlackBerry 10, the new Android BlackBerry is going to be so next level. It's going to have so many roots back to BlackBerry 10 because BlackBerry 10 is like the author of the mainstream. Yes, I know people with the Palm. We're not talking about that. BlackBerry 10 really, really doubled down all touchscreen swipe gesture operating system. It was way ahead of its time. It got very, very criticized by Android users, by Apple users. It was unintuitive. It was clunky. People didn't like it. And now look, everything has copied BlackBerry 10 now. It's like come full circle. So the BlackBerry mobile devices did not have all those swipe gestures. It was just clunky using the buttons. So I was always waiting for Android 9 to come around so we could get the swipe gestures. You know how nice it'll be to swipe over, peek, poke, try and get access to the hub and stuff. So it'll be a really nice experience to finally have a BlackBerry running, Android 11 is probably what it'll launch with, and that will be amazing. Like, it's so nice using a BlackBerry that's 3 and 4 years old. Imagine having a brand new one with flagship specs running the latest Android. It's going to be so nice. It's going to be like nothing so many people have ever experienced. So the software keyboard, it's good. I mean, the software keyboard is very, very good on a lot of phones nowadays. So I'm not saying that I'm an advocate for only a touchscreen BlackBerry. The physical keyboard, of course, is my favorite. But if they do make an all touchscreen to appeal to other people who want BlackBerry, who want BlackBerry security, but don't want a physical keyboard, I think there's a place for it, and I think it'll make a lot of people happy. And even with the Priv before and the Motion and the Z30, very good phones, and the Leap. So they have a history of all touchscreen phones, and they've been good. Are you thinking about BlackBerry 5G when it's released? I'm still waiting. Hopefully we'll hear something soon. I mean, we really have to, one way or the other, good, bad, or indifferent. They're coming up on the timeline. Did they fix the Unihertz Titan camera software yet for improved pics? I'm not sure. I got rid of my Unihertz Titan a while ago. I made probably 4 or 5 videos on it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. It was enjoyable for the experience that I had it, and I see why it appeals to some people. But as far as using it for a daily driver, I just didn't like the keyboard. With the extra rubber membrane that's on there and the extra springiness on the keys, it just wasn't enjoyable for me to type on. So, I mean, I know some people really like it. I think it's a very good phone, especially for the small company and the price that they were charging for it, but it wasn't something I was going to use on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, shortcuts on the physical keyboard is a huge plus as well. Physical keyboard is definitely where it's at for multitasking. BlackBerry soft keyboard is the only one I run on any Android phone. Yeah, the BlackBerry soft keyboard, very, very good. I heard rumor about a release in August for the all-mobility BlackBerry. Are you okay with the delay in order to get a better device? Absolutely. If they were to say, look, we could rush this out and get it by June 30th, but we weren't going to do everything we wanted to do with it, we still have to do some more stuff to fix it and to get it right, then totally, absolutely. My important thing is that we're getting a new BlackBerry. So if they come out and say August, whatever. We were waiting till June 30th anyway. What's August? If it's October, if it's January, as long as this phone gets here, and as long as it delivers on its promises to be a flagship BlackBerry device, modern 5G physical keyboard, flagship level camera and specs, I would be happy. Because absent this license agreement, we weren't going to get anyone anyway. This is a bonus to me. Like when the BlackBerry mobile licensing agreement ended, I was like, wow, this is terrible. When are we going to get another phone? Are we ever going to get another phone? So the biggest thing to me is that this phone gets made. If it ends up being on time, that's amazing. That's the best case scenario. If it's a little late, it's not that big of a deal. That's happened to a lot of phones before. It happens. If it's a lot late, yeah, I think that's something that I would probably be more critical of. But as long as there are guarantees and assurances that the phone is going to come out, then at the end of the day, I just want the new phone to come out. And that's my priority. At least I wish they will talk to consumers and cut these weird renders online. BlackBerry flagship with the BlackBerry soul. Yeah. I hope they put an AMOLED. I hope they put an AMOLED too. That would be best. Do you know if the BlackBerry will be similar to the Passport? I don't know. I have no idea what the form factor is going to be like. We'll just have to wait and see. I highly doubt it ever happens, but I would love to see all mobility pick up Palm. BlackBerry would sell for traditional QWERTY phones and Palm for slider. Hey, slider phones are great. And I've actually got a video that I'm working on. I want to talk about something. There was actually, a lot of people may not know this, but there was actually another sliding phone BlackBerry was going to make back in 2013. They actually got a patent on it, and it was different than the Priv. So look for that video to come out soon. But there's a lot of slider DNA when it comes to BlackBerry, and they made some good ones. Subscribe to Alt Dad Tech. Yeah, he does a good job. I like his stuff. He's just kind of came out of nowhere, and he's making a lot of really good videos. So kudos to him. Bluetooth on my Titan has failed. Can't hold a connection. I would talk to Unihertz and see if you can get that squared away. Maybe do a factory reset after you back up your stuff. Maybe that would fix it. I had the Palm Pre, loved it. Hey, a lot of people really loved the Palm Pre. I didn't have it. I was not a Palm fan. I was using Blackberries. So, yeah, I didn't grab one of those. But I know a lot of people really loved that. A lot of DNA from that overlay and the user interface that made it to BlackBerry 10. And I guess I'll go ahead and take a couple more questions. I got about 4 minutes left to get to the hour here, and I don't want my camera to shut off, so I'm going to go ahead and call it at an hour today. But this has been a lot of fun. I missed you guys. I love being able to hop on here and do live stream stuff. Hopefully I can get back to doing more of this. If Ford needs chips for F-150s, not sure how the supply is for the new BlackBerry. Yeah, there's a lot of phones right now. There's a lot of phone companies that are hurting for chips right now. I mean, even Samsung is talking about not having their Note 21, which I think it's not going to happen this year. And if the Note 21 is not going to happen, and if Onward Mobility were to come out and be like, hey guys, we couldn't get all the parts we needed because there's a worldwide shortage, I don't really see how that's something that you could hammer them for. If Samsung's having these issues, if Apple is having these issues, if Ford is having these issues, it's not something that I think is the end of the world. I think it's just something that, well, it's like whatever your parents, you're like, hey, we're going to go to Disney World. If your parents get laid off a month before you're supposed to go to Disney World, that's not their fault. Now, if they go out and get another job and a couple months down the road, you get everything back on track and have to reshoot for spring break, then hey, that stuff happens. But ultimately, we're just waiting to hear something from them right now. So once BlackBerry or Onward Mobility comes out with a phone or makes a statement, then that'll be good because then we'll know what's going on and nobody will have to worry about what's going on anymore. Bottom line, what makes the Onward Mobility BlackBerry a success or failure? Ultimately, delivering on their promises. Is it going to be secure? How is the quality control? Does the BlackBerry hold up to the BlackBerry heritage and the DNA? And is it a good phone? I mean, that's the biggest thing. Also, can they secure contracts with businesses to get them back on board? Because that was always the backbone of BlackBerry. Governments and different entities and businesses buying on board. Not always so much the consumer relationship, because a lot of people couldn't get them in the consumer world for at least the first years that were out. So I think there's a lot of things that are going to work together, but ultimately it's got to be a good phone. Is Onward Mobility publicly traded? I don't believe so. Hey, Juan, thanks for stopping by. The OnePlus master himself, congrats on 50K. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and thanks for stopping by. Todd, excellent video and always great content. Huge fan. Keep it up. We're with you. So thank you very much. Let me answer this question real quick. Retro Gaming. Have you ever considered doing a what's in my bag or history of your phones video? I've not. Maybe there might be some people who are interested in that. I see people and they're like, oh, what's on my phone? And actually, surprisingly, those videos get a decent amount of views. So maybe there's something to that. I've never looked at my phone and been like, all right, people want to know what's on my phone. I'm making this video. But I can show you my home screen. I've got email. I've got a calendar. I've got photos. I've got a clock. I've got Alto's Odyssey. I've got YouTube Studio, I've got Instagram, I've got Boom Beach. It's not really interesting. So if y'all want a video like that, then maybe put a petition together. If we get like 50 signatures, I'll make the video. But it's I just never thought that would be something people would want to watch. So I don't know. We'll see. Hope BlackBerry doesn't have a glass back. We'll have to see what's going on. I don't know. As soon as we get information on the phone, we'll probably get that answered. All right, so I guess I'm going to wrap things up tonight. We still got 50 people in here, though. 42 likes. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out the door. And if you had a good time here tonight, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you back. Hopefully you like the videos. And if you not really familiar with the channel, I put out videos all the time. And if you're familiar with them and that's why you came here, of course, thank you for your support. Thanks for being here. You guys rock, and I'm glad I could come hang out with y'all again. So hopefully do this again in the very near and soon future. Hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Tomorrow's Friday. Power through Friday, get to the weekend, and hope it's a good one. And make sure you tell your moms that you love them, because Sunday, of course, is Mother's Day. Yep, battery died. So it's time to call it a night. Looks like the battery made it exactly an hour. So I'll see you later. Y'all have a good one.